welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Court. Today we are doing our little November refresh, and I think it might be the last one. Here we are moving at the beginning of December. Not very far, just out of this apartment into a different apartment. So I'm getting rid of some books. As you saw earlier, I went through my books. I'm getting rid of 201 books total. I already had 67 listed on Pango. I added 134 to the pile I'm getting rid of. I plan to take them to half price books. I plan to take them to little free libraries if they're ARCs, or I can donate them. And I have listed them on Pango. Whatever doesn't sell by the time I go to half price books, I'm just taking to half price books because I need all of these gone before we move. I am really needing to shrink down the books on my shelf that I have unread that I don't ever think that I'm going to read. And that's exactly what I did. I got rid of a lot of books that either I had duplicates of that I really don't need duplicates of because I don't like that series or those books enough to have multiple copies of them, or I'm just never going to read them. So why keep them? Let somebody else enjoy them. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I have 4 tote bags of books, a box, and a tote that I'm trying to sell. Whatever doesn't sell, we'll take to little free libraries or take to half price books. I am taking 2 tote bags today to little free libraries full of ARCs because I can't sell them, and you're not supposed to sell ARCs. If you sell ARCs, you and I aren't friends. So I will be donating all of those to little free libraries around my community in hopes that somebody else can enjoy them. I've read some of them, I haven't read some of them, but I will never either reread them or I will never read them in the first place. So I'm going to donate them to somebody who will actually read them. Every other book has been listed on Pango as of right now until I either go to donate them next weekend or take them to half price books, because the half price books is kind of far away from me. There's only 2 in my general area and they're both like 40 minutes away. Other things we're going to do in this reset, I'm going to reset my boards from Halloween to more fall Thanksgiving. I'm going to go over the books I read in November and maybe do my book journal. I don't really know any other things that we need to do. I will have moving vlogs for you guys coming soon because we will be packing everything up and unpacking it again. That's coming very soon. Also, Bookmas is coming very soon. Those might go hand in hand. That was a very terrible attempt at winking. I apologize. But other than that, we're just chilling. We're gonna reset like normal. It's just a very big unhaul this time because we are moving. And the less books I have to move when we move all of my books, the better. Because I've counted and there's still 723 of them. Logan's gonna have so much fun. I'm currently reading both on my Kindle and the physical book, Killer Instinct. I'm trying to see where in the book I am. Chapter 13. So this is correct. I'm about 20-ish% of the way through. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 25. This is the second book in the Natural series. I read the first book in the Natural series in my very first 24-hour readathon, and I am hooked on this series. I've been wanting to pick this one up, so last night I did, and I read about 100 pages of it. I'm on page 93. This one is a continuation of the series. It is YA Criminal Minds. These gifted kids are put in the FBI's program called the Naturals, and they are used to solve cold cases until they get drugged into active cases that kind of relate to their life, at least in the first 2. I'm really enjoying it so far. I don't want to put it down, but while we have downtime, I will be reading that, and if I finish it in this video, I finish it in this video. I will give you my thoughts, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to say too much because it is the second book in a series, and it is a thriller book. I have a theory already about who our copycat killer is in this book, because that's kind of the general plot of this one, and I have a big theory about who I think it is, but I really hope I'm wrong. I got the first one right, so we'll see if I end up being correct or not with this one. I really hope my theory is incorrect though, because I don't like where my ideas are going with that, but we'll see. I'm really enjoying it. I don't want to put it down, let's go take some books to the little free library. Hello, it is a little bit later. We have much to discuss. We went to get dinner, Logan and I went to get dinner, and we went to this art festival light show thing with our nephew, who is 2 months old and loves to look at the lights. And that was a lot of fun. So now I'm back. I took about 30 to 40 or so books to the little free libraries like you saw earlier, and I got 2 books out of the little free library. I couldn't help myself. I saw them and I was like, they're sitting right there for me to take. 40 to 2 is pretty good. First, I got The Great Gatsby. Is it in the greatest condition? No, but that's okay. It's well loved. And I kind of like the look of it, to be honest. I never had to read The Great Gatsby in school. I've only seen the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire like multiple times. I love that movie. So I know what The Great Gatsby entails and I know what it's about, but I've never read the book and it's fairly short. I have a goal to read 10 classics, and so I picked this up in hopes that I can read this year sometime and get it to be one of the 10 classics that I read. If not, it'll go on next year's list. I also find it really interesting that that's F. Scott Fitzgerald. Tell me it doesn't look like Tobey Maguire. Tell me. Tell me his face doesn't look like Tobey Maguire. Kind of shocking. I was like, oh, they have a picture from that. Nope, pretty sure that's F. Scott Fitzgerald. Anyway, that was the first book I got. The second book I got, I am so excited about because I saw this. I think they're out of print. And I saw this and I was like, no shot. I looked over it like the first 2 times I was scanning. I'm pretty sure this is out of print, and the ones I got for my birthday are the new covers of the Darker Shade of Magic series. They only had this one, and when we go to Half Price Books next week, I'm going to be looking for the other 2 in the out of print edition because I need them to match. But also, I want everything V.E. Schwab ever writes on my shelf. I absolutely love V.E. Schwab, and I can't believe I found this. It does have like sticker residue on there, but other than that, it's in like pristine condition. I do have the new covers of A Darker Shade of Magic, but it was sitting there. And as a V.E. Schwab stan, I had to take it. Sue me. I don't know what to tell you. I have 6 copies of Barrier Bonds. 2 more on the way. I don't really know what to tell you besides maybe V.E. Schwab shouldn't write so well, and I will not buy all of her books. But those are the 2 that I found in the little free library. I got rid of like 40 or so plus books. If you by chance have bought any off of my Pango since I've listed them, because I have sold some, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy them when I get them shipped out to you. I can't wait to send them out to you guys because I would rather them go to somebody who wants them on their shelf. Now that we're back, I think we're going to discuss all the books that I read in the month of November. I read 7 books in the month of November. The first book I read was Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I think I gave this 3.5 or 4 stars. I'm not really sure. Probably 4. I didn't love this as much as I loved Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. That's probably my favorite Lila Sage book. Lost and Lassoed will always be my favorite Lila Sage book. That one just resonated with me a lot, I think. Soul Searching was interesting. because it's magical realism-esque, because our main character, our female main character, can see and talk to ghosts. However, she is back in her small town and something is like wrong where she can no longer talk to the ghosts that she sees. And while she's home in this small town, she is roommates with our male main character. And for the longest time in the book, I didn't really feel the chemistry between our two main characters. It took a long time for me to feel the chemistry between them and get invested in the story. That's why it's a 4-star, but I ended up really liking it at the end of the book. It just took me some time to get into it. The next book I read was When Devils Sing by Zahn Kerr. Still not sure how to pronounce this. This I listened to on audio because I heard the audio was supposed to be really good, and it is because it's told by different people because there's lots of different point of views. I think there's a full cast narration. This book, like Soul Searching, took me a while to get into. I don't know if it's just because I was in a slump or because it's the books. But I did enjoy this once I got into the actual book itself. This book has a lot of backstory in it before getting into the actual story of what's happening and why these kids are working together to basically save their town and find their missing friend. However, when you get to the part where they're working all together, it's very fast paced, it's very energetic, and it's very keep you on the edge of your seat. I really enjoyed it and I really liked it for what it was. I think I gave this 4 stars. It was fun. It's a horror thriller type mixture, which I really enjoy. That it has like some spooky elements with a thriller plot in it. Bill is sleeping on the other books. I need those, sweet girl. Hey, hey, hey. I also read In the Dark by Chelsea Curto. This is a standalone holiday Halloween novel. It is a haunted house meet cute boy obsessed stalker MMC book. He is a scare actor for the haunted house and she is terrified of everything. She gets lost in this haunted house and he helps her find her way back to like the normal route in this haunted house and then instantly becomes obsessed with her. It was perfect for Halloween. I highly recommend reading this next Halloween if you didn't. Chelsea Curto's writing is so unique and I love everything she writes. I love the DC Star series. This was fun. It's different from what she normally writes, but I still had a really good time with it. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Hooked. This was my 12 rec from 12 friends. And it wasn't really a recommendation. My friend just put this on there and was like, read this and tell me if you like it so I can read it. Thanks, Kurt. I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't spectacular or amazing. I'm gonna rave about this book either. This was a dark retelling of Wendy and Hook from Peter Pan. And Peter is Wendy's dad in this, which was kind of weird. There's like a little mystery element plot going on, and it's very dark and it's very strange and not at all like the normal Peter Pan plot that you know and love. And I think that was mainly my issue with it, is it's so far fetched from Peter Pan that I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. There's also some tropes that I didn't like in this book and some things that Hook did that I was like, I gave it 3 stars. I'm gonna try some other ones in that series and see if I like them because it was interesting. I just think it's something that I have to be in the mood for because I'm gearing out of romance. I don't know what it is, but I've not wanted to pick up a romance book like at all unless it's a specific kind of romance book. And if it's something that I'm like being forced to read, then I actually hate it. I need some sort of deep emotion in there, and I didn't feel the deep emotion. This one, I did. This one, no. And the last 3 books I read in a vlog that is coming soon. It may be out. I don't know what order the videos are being released, so if it's out, I'll put it right there and link in the description. If it's not out, it'll be the video after this. promise. I read these books. You'll have to see why in that video just in case it's not posted yet. I read Rewind It Back by Liz Ford, the last book in the Windy City series. 5 stars. 5 stars. Did we expect anything less? Did I like this as much as The Right Move or Play Along? No. And I think I went into this with really high expectations because it's Rio's book and I love him from the series. But that's okay. I still had a really good time with it. I loved the found family. I loved seeing everybody from the series. I loved everything about it. I love the way it wrapped up. I almost hated it, but it fixed itself. 5 stars. Then I read Left of Forever by Tara Dewitt. All of those are annotations because I dog-eared this book. If you don't like it, I apologize, but I dog-eared it. Sorry, I just read one of my annotations. This book is my new favorite romance book of the year. This book is so good. There's so much emotion jam-packed into this book. 5 stars. This is a second chance. They're divorced, taking their son to college, and they do a road trip back home together. And everybody in the town is rooting for them. This is the best book. This is the best romance book I've read all year. I don't know what Tara Dewitt put in this book, but I need more. Lost and Found, which is the next one that comes out in this little interconnected standalone series, comes out next year. I'm gonna read you guys what I just opened up to, page 49. And I spent every second of it coming to accept that I'm still in love with my wife. They're divorced. I can't talk about it too much or I'll spoil the whole book. Go read that, please. And the final book is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig. This is 5 stars. Yeah, 5 stars. All of them. You noticed that? Yeah. All the ones for that reading vlog, 5 stars? Yeah, you noticed that? Yeah. Two Twisted Crowns. I finished up the Shepherd King duology. Wow. I was a little bit upset about where our main character was in the beginning of this book, for most of this book. But then everything just kind of came full circle and everything worked out. And I was like almost in tears by the end of this book because it was coming to an end and I was losing these characters. I felt so connected to them, especially with Elspeth and the Nightmare being in each other's heads and having that sort of bond. It was so good. I can't really say anything without spoiling One Dark Window, but just know that both One Dark Window and this are 5 stars, and anything Rachel Gillig writes is magic, and you should do yourself a favor and read this. It's literally the perfect time because I recommend reading these in the fall. And those are all the books that I read in the month of October. Lots of good books. I only read 7 because of school and things, but lots of good books, and I had such a good reading month. Hopefully you guys will like the reading vlog. If you already have watched it, thank you. If it's coming out, be on the lookout for that. Now I'm going to redecorate my boards and then dive back into Killer Instinct and do some homework. Yay, fun stuff. And we'll probably do my book journal tomorrow night. So I'll be back. We're gonna get into that stuff now. book journal is getting quite full, that it's literally, you can't hardly close it, but that's how I like it. So this is what I've added. Left of Forever is obviously my favorite of October. I added our book club book, which I didn't read, but we'll get to it eventually. The only one I colored in on my 25 for 2025 was Rewind It Back. And I also added it as our R for the A to Z challenge. I only need X, Z, and Q left, so I'm going to try to finish this challenge because this one is one I really want to finish. I did add the 3 stars for Hooked. We only have these 2 left. This is definitely one of the challenges I will be finishing. This one, however, I only colored in 5 stars because I had several 5 stars in the month of October. I need to read a genre out of my comfort zone, finish a monthly TBR. Ha, that will never happen. Hopefully, though, and complete a series. In my fall TBR, I was able to cross off 2 Twisted Crowns and When Devils Sing. I crossed off both of those. Am I slacking in this? A little. But that's okay. That's okay. We make these for fun, not to actually complete them. On my 10 before the end, while we're here, I did read one. I did read When Devils Sing. So 1 of the 10 is off of my 10 before the end. Then we go into my October spreads. I'm really glad with how much orange I put in these. They're so pretty. I am in love with them. We have this as our opening spread, and then we have my October TBR. I ended up reading 1, 2, 3, and starting the 4th in October, so not the most successful, but I got some done. Other October reads that weren't 5 stars. We went over them earlier in this video, but here they are on the spread. I tried to use some things to make use of the space, and I like how this turned out. And then we have my 2 Twisted Crowns and my Rewind It Back spreads. I'm actually obsessed with both of them, and I love how they turned out. I think they kind of complement each other because the red in this and the red in Rewind It Back, I think they look great together. We have my Left of Forever page, which this is my favorite of the month. So I had to make a full page spread, and I'm actually obsessed with it. And it's giving so much fall, and I actually love it. And then we just have my wrap-up page. 7 total books, 2,564 pages. I read 5 romance, 1 fantasy, 1 thriller. 2 were physical, 2 were Kindle, 3 on audio, and I have 4.28 average rating. And that is all. Until November. She's thick, but she holds a lot of memories. And now that we've done everything that I wanted to do in this reset, we've gotten rid of lots of books. We did our book journal, we did our boards, we donated some books, we got 2 new books at the Little Free Library, and I also got 2 new books at Half Price Books that I'm really excited to show you about. We also went over all the reads that I read in October. Is this late? Who cares? First book I got, I'm actually really excited about because I got this chunky book for $10.99 at Half Price Books. I got Quicksilver by Callie Hart. The second one, Brimstone, literally comes out this week. Am I going to read this before that? No. But now I have it, and I can just read them back to back. I'm really excited to dive into this world. I've really heard nothing but good things about this fantasy book. It's another fantasy for me to dive into. I'm really excited about it. The other book I got was Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I got the blue one because the pink one was significantly more money. Can't tell you why. This one was $9.49 and the pink one was like $17. Couldn't tell you why. There is like leftover sticky stuff on it, but rubbing alcohol will get that off. And the Half Price book stickers come off really easily, so that's a plus. However, these are the only 2 books I got at Half Price Books. They did not have any V.E. Schwab whatsoever. Consider that a crime. Watch your back, Half Price Books. However, I also only got these 2 because I looked through their entire collection and everything that was worth buying for a cheaper discounted price I have in my hands. Everything else is not books I'll read, which we just eliminated a lot of those, and I don't want to put more back on my shelf. Or if it was new releases, they were the same price that I could get them anywhere else. So there's not a point of buying them anyway. So I got these two, no V.E. Schwab. I also am only going to take books there to sell if I'm taking bulk like I did this time, like the 180 some that I took, because they basically give you about 50 cents per book and then resell them for $9 or $10 a piece. Like, I get it, make your money, I get it, but the resale ratio is kind of lacking there for me personally. I would rather sell them on Pango to people for a cheaper price than $10 to $15 a book and make more. I would make more money off of it and they would buy it for less. It's kind of a win-win situation if I use Pango. However, because I'm moving, I needed to get rid of them, and it just worked out that way this time. But I think that's the only time that I'll probably ever use half price books, unless I need to do another major unhaul and don't want to wait around for people to buy on Pango. Otherwise, I think the better deal is Pango or thrift books or other things that are better. It was nice to go and browse in a bookstore, but other than that, I'm glad I got to experience half price books for the first time, and that's all I really am gonna say about it. If you love half price books, I'm so happy for you. I've heard they're better in other states. I feel like it's just where I'm at. So take what I say with a grain of salt. However, that is all for this video. Book journal done, everything's done. I am now getting ready to move and will be spending a lot of the time packing books and moving things in the foreseeable future. So be on the lookout for moving vlogs, be on the lookout for some pre-recorded videos, because all my books are getting packed up for a little bit while we move. I have some left out for some reading vlogs. I have some left out for specific things. But other than that, we're going to start packing. We're going to start moving. And I'm really excited because our new place is so spectacular. And I'm excited for this next chapter in Logan and I's life and our journey. And I'm just so thankful. And I'm thankful you're here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. Leave me a comment on if you bought a book recently. What did you buy? Let me know. I'm so happy to chat with you in the comments about literally anything. Let me know if there's any specific videos you want to see for Bookmas or just in general. If you want to find me anywhere else on the internet, all my socials are linked in the description below. And I'll hopefully see you guys in my next video real soon. Bye guys!